Hey guys, Monkey52 here. Today we're going to be discussing the Edinburgh. Now, let's go straight to modules here. Aiming systems, really good option. Main battery mod is not bad idea. Really is not bad. Turrets do turn pretty slow, but I've kept with the aiming systems for now, and I do like that. But main battery mod is viable, definitely. Steering is the best choice. You definitely want to turn. Propulsion is not available because it's a British cruiser, which already has built-in propulsion. Concealment, easily the best choice. You don't go for anything else. And main battery is probably the best choice. Again, you could go AA guns, but they kind of nerf British cruisers in terms of AA, so just go for straight main battery. One thing you have is you have sonar, you can swap over into air, and you have radar or smoke. And smoke is a safe way to play, and radar is if you're very comfortable in the boat. It's 9 kilometer, 30 seconds is Baltimore radar, which is pretty good. But smoke is a more comfortable choice if you're going for damage farming and overall just utility in terms of your own ship. In terms of, you definitely want the sonar if you're running the smoke, definitely. And the sonar is just better overall. In terms of commander build, beyond range for more range. Home run, because you don't have HE, and torpedoes, you should be able to see them with the sonar. Punch through, definitely worth it. You detect more AP damage and AP pen. Fixated, because the shells do get kind of floaty and hard to hit at range. Really packed for additional smoke, heal, and sonar. Big haste is his base trait, and Mikawa is definitely really good for stealth, and Yamato is very, very good for increasing your damage number of pens you can get. Very useful. Recommend that on all the British cruisers that only shoot AP. So yeah, you get a very good heal. It's essentially the Nelson heal, but for a cruiser. Incredibly versatile. It means if you can disengage, you can heal up and get back into the fight. Terms of armor, you have a special 30mm bow and stern. It does seem like it's coated in it, but you kind of just need to strictly bow tank. You need to be very careful with this. You can tank 16 shells with 30mm, not Yamato, but your citadel is literally exposed. You need to be very careful. You cannot angle very comfortably and against battleships. You need to strictly bow tank. Stern tank you can do, but there's some shell catchers at the back. They just go into the back turret and they cause some problems. You can bow tank 16 shells though, and that is very valuable as a cruiser, which means you can do some essential YOLO rushes if the time and situation calls for it. But overall, not a very well armored ship. It seems very armored, but it's not. It's just the 30mm bow and stern that is very good. So yeah, that's all but the Edinburgh for now. We're going to head into a match now. So there we go. There was there was actually competition in my Discord in regards to the Edinburgh Masterclass, who could submit the best game. And unfortunately, no one managed to beat my own score within the time limit. People did submit after the time limit, but I must follow my own rules, so unfortunately this is the game that we have. I mean, it's still a good game, but we could have something different. If you're looking for, if I'm covering a certain masterclass and I'm looking for community to submit your games, I will do so, and I'll post that in Discord. So please take a look for future competitions, and the winner will be featured in the masterclass. Unfortunately, I won my own kind of competition here, which is a little bit upsetting, but oh well. Anyway, we're shooting here. We kind of risk to be a little bit careful here. Edinburgh does turn extremely well. In terms of decelerating, it doesn't do it, and this is why we're going to smoke up here. We did some shells, we got some damage in, we took some damage, but it's not really that anything, just bits and scratches. Notice the battleship that was there was a Vanguard, relatively slow shells, definitely worth shooting at. So yeah, very off to a quick start. Yeah, I like to be quite aggressive in Edinburgh. You definitely want to be mid-range, use that smoke to your advantage. This particular map, this position is really good. And I have that additional fixated that really does help with the accuracy of these shells. They're pretty good short range, as you can see, and you get a lot of pens very easily, but long range they tend to go very waffy, and you do need the extra range, because more range is always more comfortable in any boat you play, especially a cruiser. So using our smoke here as much as possible. When you have smokes, you really want to use as much as possible, and it's really good practice to have your sonar running while you're in smoke. This situation is only 1 DD. It's highly unlikely he's going to taunt me, so I don't have it running. But this is only because I know, and this is a very low DD game, so it's definitely worth not running the sonar until you absolutely need it. But again, you get same amount of charge as you do sonar, smoke as you do sonar, so definitely worth using them. Torpedoes of the home run become very good, and you can let people go. You can also do the YOLO featuring. You could run in towards people with the bow tanking in, and then at the very end just turn and get the torpedoes off, because that's what the Edinburgh can do. Just because you can do it though doesn't mean you should. This is more of a last resort sort of feature. You should be playing the game by farming damage on the superstructure deck of every battleship you can shoot. You don't want to be going for lower hull. You will shatter, even with the pen, even with the thing I have here, you will shatter unless you're very close. You definitely want to be going for the upper hull or upper deck. Again, when you get closer, upper hull. When you're further away, the deck. That's where you want to be heading. Because you'll get good pens. Cruisers, of course, you aim for the hull. You have increased penetration angles. You only have AP, but it's very valuable. People that bow tank you just aim slightly higher up you go from superstructure. The AP on the British cruisers is not to be taken, like, as you can see, he's relatively well angled against us, this guy Eisenhower, but it's not really making that much of a difference. Sure, he's just going to shatter some shells, but it's not going to shatter them all. So he does go down. We're trying to see what we can do here. That's an off-the-off. Shells, these British AP shells do get incredibly floaty, so I'm not actually expecting to get many hits on this off-the-off. But we've actually gotten to a round, really good start, 51k, we've taken down Atlanta, we've done some decent damage. Ockenshaw was stationary, which is really nice on us. And again, they get really floaty, you really want to get closer, because the shells just don't perform very well at ranges. Iowa, again, aim for that deck, or maybe even higher. Iowa deck is pretty darn tough. You want to be penning as much as you can. If you really build into penetration, you can citadel Iowas, so definitely worth noting. It's all about what you pen into it, but as you can see, just go for the safe damage, go for the deck, and you can get reliable pens. You reload every 7.5 seconds, so it's definitely worth just penetrating. This is the white fire of World of Warships. That is the whole line, of course. Edinburgh is the pinnacle of the line, and the legendary would be the Minotaur, which we might have coming at some point. I really hope we do, at least. As I said, torpedoes are quite low. We do need to push in here. Supporting with your team really does help. You can provide sonar for your whole team. You can provide a smoke screen if needed, but you really want to use those smoke screens for yourself. She's definitely using them. Very good in divisions, the Edinburgh as well. They're very good in divisions, especially you can run one smoke Edinburgh and one radar Edinburgh. And you can definitely do some great stuff here. Turning, as you can see, incredibly well. Barely spotted that island there, but because of the turning of this boat, it turns like a that. That should have been a monk beached himself moment, a tactical beach, but I didn't need to do that. And because he's not shooting back at me, and he's so far away, I can dupe these Stalbones for days, not a problem. Now, we're shooting the eye here because he's the best target for us to farm. Ochikov, I'm trying to get closer to. That's the whole goal, my positioning right here. I'm trying to get closer to Ochikov and do some damage, because I'm the most comfortable boat to kill him because of my short fuse strategy. As you can see, Iowa is giving broadside, he's getting absolutely shredded. You know, it may not seem like much, but it really adds up. Every 7.5 seconds, you're getting a 6k, 7k volley. It's really darn punishing. And you can see I barely checked it. We're already up to 75,000. British AP of the cruisers is no joke at all. Ochikov, we just look for the island indicator to drop, and we're going to try and get a good salvo on him. Not bad at all. Double citadeled him. He's not having fun. And we're going to try that again. Probably wise to though. Nope. Never mind. And we're going to send some torps, most likely. Probably. Well, it could actually hit the enemy friendly battleship, but we're going to try them, fire them anyway. Hopefully, our battleship not run into them. Maybe he'll slow down, because Ochikov does in fact have to be those 8 kilometers, so we do need to be careful about that. Well, he needs to be careful about that. Too far away to turn the sonar on, I thought, but we're going to push in, so we might as well use it. You never know. I need to my own problem. There we go. It's a Vanguard. Oh man, really? Good job, buddy. I guess, whatever. Yeah, I really have a problem with my own play. I really should use my consumables faster than I actually need them, because sometimes I get too sparring for my consumables and it doesn't work out. Ochikov does not push, which is unfortunate for us, but that is a good play in this part. Backing up and fighting another day. It's a very good play. Which means I had to push him, wasting a bit more time, which is really good for him, but that's unfortunate. He does actually decide to kite away, which means the damage we do is going to be minimal, because I have to go for the superstructure at best, and he does have a decent deck armor of 27mm. He does pop his radar to see what is pestering him, which again, we know he knows what it is, and he's just going to his best angle and turn away. This is something if I kind of make a misplay here. I feel I should go back to the base and defend. This kiting Ochikov is not really something I should be dealing with, really. But then again, I'm probably the best person to suit him, because I still get penned on him. I can whittle him down, but depending on how long it would take is the big problem. So I should be turning right, going back to the base, but I don't think I do that, unfortunately. Oh, I do. Oh, I do. There we go. Haha! I have a bit more faith in myself than I thought. So yeah, we're going to try and get the Sochikov going. I've been located by him. We get a citadel. Again, those British penetration angles, very, very good. So as you can see, it's not bad. Even against angled targets, you can still get some serious damage out of there, especially with the Yamato perk and the punch through skill. There's no harm in buffing it to be a crazy event, because overpens regards are dealing with shelf use timers. So if you buff the pen too much, all it does is you'll pen more targets, you will overpen more targets, because the penetration overpen is regarding fuse timers. So that's what the British do. The British also have, because of their shelf using arming time, they can also pen DDs. And that's why they're so deadly towards destroyers. Do we get a hit there? No. It's very hard to hit things at range with these bows, as you can see. It is worth speccing to range, because you can probably hit battleships and very straight line as players who do not hit cruisers or even DDs, but you're probably not going to hit them. But it's definitely worth having the option to hit them rather than not having any option to hit them at all. So we need to really push our base here, because the DD's on our base. At this point, you kind of wish you had the radar, but it's tomato tomato. I used my smoke before to give myself about 50k damage, so that's half my damage so far. We used our sonar earlier for the Ochikov, and that's okay. I wish we had it on now, but we're okay, we're getting there. He is smoked up, so the Iowa is not spotted as far as my knowledge goes, which is good. We can push into the cap here, and we should be able to make it in time. I'd like to torpedo, but I don't want to slow down my speed. But that being said, I probably could torpedo. Because the British turning, you don't lose much speed in the turning when you turn the British cruiser. Same with the Wolf Edinburgh. But yeah, as I said, it's not worth chasing Ochikov. I think he did go down though, it's good. Yeah, it's just the 3 of us versus the 4 of them, and there's those torpedoes that we kind of wish we had the sonar for. We're going to dodge them, but he did take one, unfortunately, and that was a bit unfortunate. What a widespread as well. Very good widespread. We did have to dodge them, so consider he fired blind, that's not bad at all. Odin's showing in. If I can chip him a little bit, that would always help out our Iowa. In terms of bow tanking, we can bow tank him, obviously. We can bow tank anything in this game, unless it's a Yamato. But you obviously can't bow tank HE, so that's going to be a problem. York is going up. I'll probably have a higher chance of damaging the York more significantly, so he's definitely worth shooting at. I think I undershoot him a little bit. Maybe I think I give him enough lead. There's the sonar that I should be turning on. There we go. Just off cooldown. Can we get this the C-23 for our Iowa friend here? We're gonna thread the needle between those 2 torpedoes, and it's definitely worth turning to get the broadside to get rid of this DD, because he's the most dangerous threat for our Iowa. As you can see, doing what we can, but he's just a little bit squirrely, and unfortunately this is AP, so in terms of being boust air tanking, he can definitely do that. Meanwhile, this pure York, well, not really pure, but York is messing us a little bit. We do get him. We should pop our smoke very soon. Oh god, ow, 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 ow. Okay, yeah, we do pop our smoke. We need to start slowing down. Please slow down. We've got torpedo targets to pop up. At this point, I think I just oh, not. We need to slow down. We don't slow down very quickly though. We should slow down a little bit faster. We do pick up high caliber, we do pick up Confederate. We sent torques for the Odin. He potentially might not live. the smoke isn't going to save us. Really need to probably start advancing maybe. And get that vanguard. Yep, that's what we do. We're trying to get this York. If we can finish off the York with the guns and then maybe torpedo the vanguard, that's our hope here. Unfortunately 15 seconds is not long enough. We need a shorter cooldown for our heal. But we saw what we could do. We did what we could. So that was unfortunate. We did what we could to carry this game here, but that was just a little bit rough. We do send torpedoes on the vanguard though, and fortunately all three hit home, and that's another flesh wound. So all that's left here is our Ochakov needs to go and kill the enemy Odin, which shouldn't be too hard for him, but unfortunately I don't think we get the win here. I think he does go and lose this fight. I'll fast forward a little bit here to see. So that's them just beating their first engagement. Unfortunately the Odin just simply has too much health. He's managed to heal back up. The Iowa and myself was not able to do enough damage to the poor Odin, and despite the Yoshikov doing what he can, using the back guns might have been nicer, but that's just unfortunate. He can't take out the Odin in this time, and yeah, unfortunate, but I think this is turning out to be a loss. Did not bad though, 167k. We did kill the DD, we got the high caliber, got the Confederate, got the first blood and a flesh wound, with a good amount of citadels to add on to the mix. Unfortunately we couldn't carry this, but overall a very strong game. So defeat, unfortunately, 167k, 2171 XP on a loss, which if we calculate if we got a win, that would be 3256 XP. So winning is 50% XP bonus. Unfortunately we couldn't carry that game, but I think we did an overall very good shot, and I think we got to show how tough the Edinburgh can be. Hope you all enjoyed this video, and as always, catch you next time. Bye for now.